Hey everybody, this is Chad Kalaher, field agronomist with Beck's Hybrids in East Central Illinois. Today I'm in a field of corn, as you can see, outside of the town of Paris, Illinois, in Edgar County, just outside of Paris. And I want to share a few observations here and talk a little bit about post-herbicide labels. So first of all, as we look at this corn crop, this corn here was planted about April 23rd. And the first thing I want to point out is that one of the important things to realize that we need to do at this stage, especially in this field, is this has not gotten a post-herbicide trip. As you can see, some of the emerging weeds here. But the first thing we want to look for is growth staging our corn plant. So a lot of you probably know how to do this and know how to do it very well. This is kind of something that's very elementary, but it's something we need to review. This first leaf down here at the bottom is the rounded tip leaf. A lot of times at V5 those are still green and still attached, so that one is the first true leaf. It does have a leaf collar there. This is the second collared leaf, so that would be V2. This one's V3. The third leaf is exposed, the collar region is exposed. V4, and here the leaf collar region is exposed, so that is a V5 plant. 1 down here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most of the time, a V5 corn plant is going to be about 12 inches tall. And this is right about 12 inches tall. And one of the things this year is we've had very warm temperatures early in the season, and we've got pretty good internode length. The warmer it is as we go through these early season growth stages, this internode length between these collar regions will get a little bit longer here. So in general, we tend to see a little bit taller plant on a V5, but in general, V5 is about 12 inches. And the things we need to think about at that stage are what's happening with the corn plant physiologically. So what's happening is at V5, that corn plant is determining the number of rows of kernels around the ear. So if we have added stress at this point, that's going to take away the number of kernel rows around. So in some areas across the geography that I cover in East Central Illinois, from Bloomington, Illinois to the Indiana state line, down to Paris, Illinois, all the way up to Kankakee, Illinois, we're seeing some very dry areas. And if we have the added stress of very dry areas, we're going to affect the number of kernel rows around. So instead of seeing a lot of 18s and 20s, we may start sacrificing some of those rows around and getting more 16 to 18s or 14s and 16s. So that's just something to keep a thought on, to think about moving forward. The other thing is, at this stage, we really start to get into the rapid growth phase of corn. So some corn hybrids have the tendency, whenever we go through good growing conditions and rapid growing conditions with high temperatures, we tend to see corn plants that might be kind of laying over like this and tend to grow almost looks like a 90-degree angle. Some hybrids have a little bit more tendency to do this than others. The other thing we need to think about is post-herbicide labels in corn. So as I mentioned before, this corn has not had a post-herbicide trip. There are many herbicides out there that have the ability to be sprayed on corn up to 12 inches, which generally, like I said before, is about V5. And so this corn is approaching the stage where we really need to think about getting a post-herbicide on this cornfield because of some of those herbicide restrictions. Now, some herbicides, for example, Lotus is one that has a label up to, say, V8. And if we wait till V8 on this cornfield, a lot of these weeds in this field will have grown a lot more than we want, and we will sacrifice some weed control in most cases. So make sure you're checking those herbicide labels for your post-application herbicide and making sure that they have a label according to what your growth stage and size of corn is. If you have any questions, please contact your local Beck seed advisor or representative. Thank you very much.